So, y'all, we are back to do episodes 11 and 12 of Married at First Sight. They gave us a little bit more to work with, so let's get into it.
We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa, so come on in and sip some tea. Join the call it family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, co-ed camp folks? How y'all doing this morning? Welcome back to another video, Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife. Yeah, and this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship, review, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight,
He didn't let me say my name. I got you. I'm gonna clown you this whole episode.
and
Go ahead.
tonight, this morning, we're gonna be talking about Married at First
How do
Sight.
folks know if it's morning, noon, or afternoon?
I'm just telling people from my perspective. Okay, it's morning. I'm still sleepy. Waking me up early in the morning, man. I'm supposed to be still in the bed. Anyway, here we are doing a review of Married at First Sight.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit it, like it, comment. Y'all, we want to hear from you. And if you're brand new to this channel, subscribe. I don't know, I kind of lost what I was supposed to do. But anyway, subscribe.
Still morning time.
So let's go ahead and get into it,
Still
y'all.
got the crud in your eye.
All right, so it started out with Brittany and Will. You know, the last episode they had where she was running into the bathroom and she was crying because, you know, he doesn't seem to be emotionally vested and emotionally connected to her. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, yeah, we can get more connected. She felt that that was, you know, it hurt her feelings. It was a red flag. And so Megan went in there to comfort her. The other ladies told him, man, you need to go in there and check on your wife. I was like, the guys didn't say that. But yeah, so he went in there and checked on her. And, you know, he was like, you know, I'm vested. I'm here. You know, I think you're beautiful. So, you know, he said all the things. And before we get into the next scene, the next scene was them playing games and stuff. It was just awkward that you will have your mama and then the daughter of just talking about sex games while you playing, because I think the question was, you know, who had more sexual partners, and Megan said Jalen, and she was like, girl, how you, I mean, like, what make you pick me, you know, whatever. And it's just awkward being in front of your mama. And I think they were saying that it was awkward. They didn't say because her mama was there, but they did say it was awkward. You know what I'm saying?
It
So
was awkward because the mom was there. And when Jaden said, oh, I had the most sex partners, mom
she didn't say
I
that.
know, and Megan said it about her. But mom probably said, dang, what did I do wrong? How did I raise her bad like that so people can assume that Jalen had the most sex partners?
Yeah, it was just, you know, having a moment. Now it
I
hadn't
think
been.
mom probably had most sex partners.
Now it hasn't been totally. The mama was married for a long time.
I mean, I know a lot of women married for a long time had a lot of sex partners. They could have had a lot of sex partners before they got married.
So
It could have been, you know, out there in the streets, and they said, "Oh, I'm ready to settle down, be a church woman." So yeah, I don't mean that because she married.
so anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
So they were talking in the bed, and Brittany and Will, they were talking, and he said that he can improve on communication with his partner, because he also referenced back in high school where a girl was like, you don't, you know, when he had a girlfriend, she was like, you know, you ain't showing me enough emotions or love or something like that or whatever. So he said that's something that he got to work on, and you know, and improving it.
Will needs a partner that's gonna be on the road a lot, that got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So they won't be so needed from him. Because a lot of women, apparently, he been with, they need that attention and affection from him. And he's not.
He's very affectionate.
Oh yeah, he's affectionate. That's right. That's true. That's true. But they don't have the connection. You know what I'm saying? That you can be affectionate all day long. I can text you, but if you don't have that energy, that connection between one another, that don't mean nothing. out there on the streets affectionate with women don't mean I love y'all.
And so anyway,
I'm just saying, man.
so Brittany had said, in the beginning she chose marriage because of course they came on the show, but she said, now I choose you. And he said he choose her too.
Yeah.
So now let's move on. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it,
Oh,
Chad.
yeah, I
I
told you.
knew.
I told you. Give me my props now. I said it. I said, man, Chad gonna show him. I want to see Chad when the stuff gets real, and it got real, and we see the real Chad.
So she asked him a question that was in bed, and so she asked him a question: does he have any kind of concern with her? Like does he feel like he's not, saying anything. I guess he's just making it seem like everything happy go lucky. Y'all really and truly are still strangers. I know y'all done got to know each other over the weeks, but still it's so much to unpack. So she was asking the right questions because he didn't seem to have a concern. And he was like, well, no, not really. But he did make a concern about, having to deal with this crap. And crap meaning filming.
Production and filming and dealing with being on the show, and I just said I knew it. I said something's gonna make this man show his real self. And
Well, we saw that earlier when he broke down in front of the cameras. He was like, I'm just done with filming. We saw that, but
oh
we haven't
yeah,
seen any more.
right. But I just think the man. Let me go back and say what I said in the last video. I understand Married at First Sight tried to bring older people on the show, but as you see with Chad and Rhonda, some people just, especially when they older, like the age they are now, they just set in their ways. And it's kind of hard to break them out of the ways. Now, a young person, you can kind of, mold and tell them what to do. And like you said, before we filmed this, some young people, they clout chasing. They still trying to get their lives right. These people already established, got their lives right, and they don't want to divert from that. And now you come in here trying to film and stuff, it throw them off kilter now, and they don't like that. Some people just don't like change, especially when they get old, not old, but up, older in the age. And I think this is what's happening right now. So, to me personally, I think having older people on here is a hit and a miss. I mean, swing and a miss, and I don't think they should do it no more. That's just my personal opinion.
He was also saying too, like this right here, filming, the cameras being at a separate apartment, not in his place and space, and traveling, all this stuff is out of his element. He said, then you got the dog sleeping in the bed. I want to know who told Chad to sign up for this show. I will have to go back to, they probably edited all that part. You know what I'm saying? Because now we don't see the family intertwined. And y'all remember we used to see the mom and you got to talk to the cousin, you got to talk to the brother, you got to talk, which I mean, I get it. I don't want to see all that fluff, but I do want to know who told this man to sign up for the show because did they not warn him that this is going to be a very intense experiment? It was nothing to take lightly. And now for him to say, oh my gosh, I got anxiety, I'm tired of this, I don't want to be talked to, don't talk to me like I mean, I don't understand it. So and she wanted to know too, like as far as wind down, what it would look like because they kind of wind down together. Then he go into another room. She was like, "Is that gonna be always?" And so that's when he was just saying, the dog sleeping in the bed, sleeping on my head, sleeping on my arm, sleeping on my leg. So yeah, all of this is a lot for him. So they all are leaving back from the trip and they're going back home. So you got Rhonda, chat. She is a drain by herself, honey. Rhonda and Pat, they got the grandkids and they outside. So Rhonda said that, she was letting us know that her stepdad was in the hospital and it's a very emotional time for her. And so she said that, um, she hadn't heard anything yet. So she brings up why we on the fact of talking since these cameras is back on it. Pat ain't doing what Pat's supposed to do. Rhonda said, I want to talk to you about, buying those tickets. And you didn't ask me what my schedule is gonna be like. You just said, hey, I got tickets and we going on such and such and all that stuff, whatever. And you didn't coordinate it with me or anything like that. And so he was like, oh, well, next time I better coordinate it. She said, no, you need to ask me. You don't know what I got to do. You need to ask me. Don't assume that I am going. Anything you want to say?
Mm-mm.
She also brought up the fact too of, we didn't discuss about sharing the calendars. You just kind of walked away and ignored me. He was like, I thought we did. Thought we had a conversation on that. I thought I said, how I said it, what I said, but maybe, you didn't hear me or something like that or whatever. So I think, what's his name? Pat was just saying basically maybe he has a way of communicating different with her and having to process things. But he said also is how he processed, but also he was telling Rhonda, you zero in on the negative instead of the positive. You kind of make a big deal about all this not happening, that not happening, instead of focusing on the positive. And he feels like, at this point, anything that he does is just of no effect. Like he really truly it comes to the point where he's just not sure if this is gonna work. Oh, you anything you want to say?
Mm-mm.
That's because Eddie didn't watch none of these scenes, so he might well roll that chair right on out of here.
Can
So
I? I go wash my
bye,
car.
bye,
I can go down and wash my car, man.
bye.
It's boring A show. But go ahead.
If somebody said if it's boring, why we watch it? Because we
Because
get paid to. Hold on.
mm-mm.
Because we get paid to. Because we have followers, we have supporters, we have people that watch us to get a recap on the show. So regardless if we think it's boring, we're going to commentate and give you our opinion and let you know that it is boring to us. To us. That one little person that said it.
Well,
To us.
here's the thing. The reason why I call it boring is compared to the rest of the season, it's lackluster this season. I don't know because Peacock got the show. I don't know if it's because of the older people on the show. But compared to other seasons, this is, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's lackluster. It is.
Can you
My
stop
nerves and
that?
energy.
Mm.
My inner
So
Chad trying to come out.
he also said he's not sure if it's him or maybe her expectations are too high. So now Belinda had called her daughter and she basically said, listen, was on FaceTime with her daughter and she said, listen, this man done was snapped, like he done went off. And she was like, what happened? Basically, I think what's his name, Chad had contact production, said, hey, are we filming the next day? They said no. And then Belinda was going to get her hair dyed and all that stuff, whatever. So come to find out that they are filming. So Chad then went off on production, got her on a text thread going back and forth, and she was like, listen, that's too much for me. I don't like controversy. I don't want to be brought in that. It did not bother me that I had to rearrange my schedule for filming, but it bothered him. And so Jalen was like, you need to talk to him and tell him.
Yeah, I understand where Chad's coming from. Once you tell me we're not doing something, I make plans on that day to do something else, all of a sudden you come back and say, yeah, we doing it. Yeah, that'll piss me off too. Because I already made plans. 'Cause I asked you, were we going to film today? And you said no. So I'm going to go over here and do something else. And all of a sudden you got to film. Now I got to cancel over here to come back over here to film. Yeah, I'll be upset too. But on the flip side of that, you signed up for the show. This show is unpredictable. You don't know what you got to do. So you got to have a flexible schedule and an open mind. And that's what Chad failed to realize, man. So get on these shows like this, man, you got to be real, real flexible, man. All this mention and moaning ain't gonna get you nowhere, Chad. But I understand it. Trust me, I get it. I've been in your position, man.
Because Chad act like Will.
Who?
I mean, what's your name, Eddie?
You sleeping with Chad? I need to know about.
I said Chad act like Will. I was talking about Will on the
Oh,
show. But I meant you.
but yeah. So I get it, man. Don't tell me you got some cake in the kitchen and I go in there and the cake is gone. That's gonna piss me off. So make sure the cake there when I get into the kitchen because you told me the cake was in there. Shoot, man.
Big back behavior.
I know you ain't talking big bag. We gotta go get some cake. Ooh, I want my cake. Let's film it. Yeah, talking about big back behavior.
So anyway, moving on to Derek and Megan. Basically,
They in a good spot.
she is saying that they 14 weeks. She's 14 weeks, and they
Let's
hoping
see.
for twins. I think she want to go and get them out the
Let's
way.
see. 14 weeks is
And
what, 3
they was
months?
talking about, if they're gonna do a revealing party or anything like that. And they also talking about figuring out living arrangement and finance. I was like, y'all is just in a pickle,
How
child.
long they been on? How long they been filming?
What you mean? How long they
She
been?
said she's 14 weeks. That's 3.5 months.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she said she was 14 weeks. Well, they can't be she can't be 14 weeks if
No,
she
that's what I'm
unless
saying.
somebody said, ooh, she probably pregnant for
That's what I'm
7 months.
saying. You said 14 weeks. Hold on, that's 3.5 months, man.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what she said. I know they said something about 14 weeks.
Man,
So
you
I
trying to
don't know.
put who on they marriage, and that woman out there got pregnant before she got on
Maybe
the show.
maybe she said that she can find out what the gender is in 14 weeks.
Yeah,
Probably so, because they was talking about the gender.
yeah, that's 3.5 months.
So you got Will and Brittany. So Will's birthday, Brittany invited his mom, flew her in to go to Will's brunch birthday. You know,
And Will's not big. He's like me. He's not big into birthdays, man. But for what's that look for? I'm not. I'm not big into birthday. I never had a party. I never had a birthday cake. Okay,
well then you like gifts?
that's
Oh
different.
no,
That's
no.
different.
Well then, hey, if you ain't big in the birthday,
I'm
you're
for
big
real.
into
I
gifts.
never. You had a birthday party before?
No,
You never had a birthday party,
no,
even when you was a kid.
I don't remember.
So, yeah, I didn't have one when I was a kid.
I
Either,
don't think
man.
so. Okay, so anyway, so as they doing the birthday brunch, the mom is giving them some good advice. She's giving them good advice. She also is letting us know a little bit more about Will, that he's private. He's a very private person, and he doesn't always wear his emotions on his sleeve, so he doesn't always show his emotions. So he was also, she said that you can tell when he aggravated, though, he kind of shuts down and don't communicate well. So she gave them some good advice. Mom seems sweet and all that stuff, whatever. So Will was very glad that Brittany did the things that he did for her because he appreciated. So now let's move back on to the cyclone. So Chad and Belinda, they had dinner. He was telling her, hey, I talked to my friend. Um, I talked to my business partner, my friend. She was like, "Well, did you talk about us?" She was like, "Yeah, I was talking about. I'm tired of this BS. I'm tired of this effing program. This show getting on my nerve." Did you see that part, Eddie?
Yes, I'm about to say something when you get through rambling.
No, I'm rambling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't ramble,
All right.
ramble,
Okay.
ramble.
Got you. Anyway,
He loves showing that unhinged chick.
no, that's my friend right
Yeah,
there. So
unhinged.
anyway, so he was just saying, I'm tired of this BS in this show. He tired of being talked to like a child. And then production started showing receipts of when he have his, how long we gotta do this? What's next? I don't go do that.
That's what
Don't talk to me like that. Who you
Yeah.
think you talking to? So they show all the receipts on it.
Yeah, I can feel Chad. He said, I'm a comeback vet. I've been in the military. I don't like being told what to do. I'm the boss. I don't get bossed around. Basically, that's what you're saying.
Well, then you shouldn't be on this show.
Let me finish what I got to say.
Well,
You
you
just
did.
like doggone Pat and Rhonda. I'm trying to say something. You want to interject.
First of all, I was talking, and then you
You
interrupted me.
paused, so I jumped in.
Okay, so remember that when you pause, I jump in like double dutch. Come on now.
Okay, anywho. And I understand. That's what I'm saying. When you get older people on this show that set in their ways, this is what I'm talking about. He don't like get told what to do. He got his own schedule. And and when you get older, let's keep it real. You can't stay up and work 18 hours a day and you hardly eat. You're gonna get cranky. That's another thing. So yeah, I understand what Chad's talking about. I do.
So he was just like he was done, and she was like, "Done with what?" Because you don't speak for me. Like
See, Belinda won't be on TV.
She was like, "Listen, them rearranging schedule and doing all this stuff ain't got nothing. It don't bother me." Well, he was like, "Well, it may not bother you, but I had called Josh and Jalen and I talked to them. Dang it. I gotta pause this for a minute, y'all. Sorry, I had to get that phone call. So, she was also saying too, Chad was saying that he talked to Josh and Jalen, and it was some hints around that, production trying to drive a wedge between them. And she was like, "What?" So I talked to Jalen, and she didn't say anything like that. So basically, it seems like I don't know what his perspective is, and I don't know. But he was just like, I don't give a f about this show. And so she was like, you know what? I gotta take a step back. So now it's been 10 days. It's 10 days into decision day. So Josh and Jalen going out with friends. Child, they still in limbo about what it's gonna look like. Should he go to the what it is, Burning Man? Is that it?
Yeah, Burning Man.
What how is they gonna what they got excuse me, what they got in common as far as community and all that stuff, whatever. Go ahead.
Well, and my thing is this Burning Man thing is a sticking point for Josh, man. And uh sometimes when you have something you have passion about, like this Burning Man thing for Josh, me personally, Jalen, I would give it a try. And if you don't like it, you just don't like it. You never know. She might get out there, she might like it. But yeah, it's to me, it's a storyline he's sticking on right now.
Yeah,
So
I agree. So now Megan and Derek, they said, listen, let's watch our friends' kids. They got three boys. Derek want three kids. Let's see how it's like. Baby, them what they said, take me through that. Them children took them through that. They was tired, but they enjoyed it. They was out there in the bag, frisbeeing, all the things. And when the parents came, kids was like, "Can we stay? Oh my God, this is the best fun I've ever had. Can we stay?"
I see kids, little children, listen to
They
me.
was used as a pawn.
Little children, you gotta understand. The first day is gonna be fun and exciting because the parents trying to figure things out. Now you go back, yeah, y'all go 14 days straight. On the 14th day, see what happened.
Sit down somewhere.
Y'all get on my dang on nerve. We cheering this is anyway. Let's drop them off on the street corners, and hopefully the parents can pick them up. See, yeah, it's fun the first day, but that 14th day, you see the truth. Yeah, that goes for Megan and Derek too. Yeah, it's fun having three little boys running around the first
Oh,
day. Wait till the 14th day.
wait till 18 years.
I don't even talking about little kids running around. You can't keep up that energy all the time. You can't. You can't be out there playing frisbee and volleyball and stuff 14 days straight with little kids. Little children gonna run you crazy. You'll be tired and broke down before you get the age of 40.
So Brittany and Will, they on the couch. He finna get ready to pack up and go to work again because he travels a couple of
Man,
times
see,
out the
to
week.
me, that should be the perfect thing for Will. You can get away from your wife for a little bit, you can decompress, and you be missing her, then you come back home.
So they both said I love you because this was like the camera was up there. It wasn't like the cameras was in their film and they
But
was at their little.
I love you is different. He said it's levels to that I love you.
He
You know what I'm
did say
saying?
that. He said it. So now I'm gonna let Eddie talk about this one.
But
So you got Pat and Rhonda. So Pat is sitting down talking with his friend Adrian, and Adrian just kind of giving some good advice. Pat and Adrian talking, then Rhonda come in. So Pat was just telling him, I feel like I'm failing. Feel like I gotta walk on eggshells around her, and I gotta think about what I say, and sometimes what I say I mess it up, even when I say it. So the friend was like, well, you should be in a place or in a relationship where you feel safe, where you can communicate. So Rhonda comes in and she was telling the friend everything. Go ahead, baby.
I was say she said, I'm gonna let Ed tell her you just went on with it.
You wasting 2 seconds. Get to it.
So basically, Adrian was telling, Ronald was telling Adrian what Pat was lacking, what he's not doing. And Adrian was basically getting on his friends, say, hey man, you need to do better on this, you need to do better on that. And I'm thinking, okay, Adrian is on Rhonda's side. For some reason, Rhonda gets emotional, and I thought she got mad, got up, walked away, and went to the bathroom crying. So production goes behind Rhonda and asks Rhonda, "What's wrong, girl? What's going on?" And Rhonda was saying, "Cause I thought she was like, I'm like you. I thought she was upset because Adrian was cutting her off. Cause Adrian was like, yeah. Every time Rhonda would say something, he'll agree with her, amen. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I thought she was getting frustrated with that. But to find out, Rhonda said, "How can Adrian get it, but Pat can't get it?" I just met Adrian and he got it, and Pat don't get it. And that's what she was upset about. So she came back to the table and they continued the conversation.
Yeah.
And scene.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So
I like feeling on your legitimately fat. That's why I do that.
I ain't got no jiggly
Yeah, you
fat,
do. Actually, you do. Actually,
baby.
you
Let's
do.
not.
You
Let's not.
do. When you was
Actually,
like doing something the other day, I said, "Look, oh, flapping in the
oh
wind."
yeah, I got a little flap,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you got a big flap, kangaroo pouch.
You got
So
the fupa.
I don't have no fupa,
You do have
and
a
you ain't know
fupa.
what it was,
Yeah,
child.
I knew what a fupa is.
And Pat was just saying that sometimes he feels like, a people pleaser. That was in his past relationships, and he found himself getting lost in that, always pleasing people. And I really and truly, to be honest, I don't think Pat and Rhonda are a good fit. I think Pat got his own past trauma and Rhonda got her own past trauma. And they 60,
That's what
59 and 63.
you just confirming what I was just saying,
And I
man.
don't know if that's gonna change,
It's not gonna. Rhonda don't want nobody in her house moving into her house to change stuff around. How can I move into your house and I can't make my presence in the house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No.
So Belinda is talking to her daughter Jayla, and they talking about, she was telling them about what Chad said about the
No, no,
wedge.
no, no. What she said was Jalen, girl, he crazy. That's what she was saying.
And so yeah, and Jayla was like, what Chad text Josh is not what, because anyway. So now we're on episode 12.
Oh, just one. Oh my god.
So now we finna move through it, chat. Episodes where I had to say that because I put chapter. I tried to put chapters in here. So now decision date is near. So you got Megan and Derek. So they finna tell her mama that we pregnant, y'all. And the mama, I don't think she was excited. Like basically
It's a
what
trip you say that because she was acting like she wanted a grandbaby, right? Then when she found out she having a grandbaby, like you said, it's like the mood change.
it's like she did a prank and she put something in a box. She was like, "What is this? Oh, y'all having a dog? Oh, let me see the dog. Oh, it's a pregnancy stick." It was like two or three of them. Oh, oh, you love to play jokes. You love to play game.
You know, I
And
wanted a grandbaby. That's
and
what she.
Megan was getting annoyed and she started looking like this. And then her mama just kind of cut. Oh, you're pregnant. Oh, this is real. And the dad was like, "Dang, that was quick."
I know the dad. He didn't like it at all,
But I think yeah, the mama wanted grandchildren, of course, but not this soon. Y'all don't even know each other. She even made reference. I think the dad was like, y'all still got to know
man.
each other.
I do agree with that. They don't know each other, but hey, things happen.
And the mom was like, you got hormones that's been to be in play. You trying to figure it out, all the things. So anyway, and that's true. But let's move on. So 6 days before decision day, you got Pat and Rhonda. They are having a conversation. She was asking him, does he feel like he can be herself around her? He was like, sometimes.
Basically, in his past, Pat was saying he had to live up to his family name. Pat grandfather was a big time person in the Air Force. His dad was a freaking general in the Air Force, and Pat felt like he had to live up to that. And he fell short, so that's why he acts the way he acts. He tried to please people so he can live up to that. That's why he really can't be himself. And all Rhonda said, "You got to be yourself." And she asked him, "Can you be yourself and and try to work on things with me?" And he basically said he doesn't know. Because basically saying you're a lot, woman. I don't know. I got to work on myself. Then I got to deal with your craziness. I don't know.
So now let's move on to Chad and
I
Belinda.
did good, baby.
You did good, baby.
Okay, thank you.
So
Get my flowers on me.
so Chad So after the argument, Belinda said that Chad went back to his place and he slept. He been there a few days, and so they got on the phone with Dr. Pia, and Belinda was
What you say Dr. Phil was doing on the phone?
no, I said Dr. Pia was in film, honey. She was about 4 episodes ahead, honey, because she couldn't come there in real life, honey, because she was somewhere filming the other show. That's what it was. So that's why they had to get on the phone. So Belinda was explaining to Dr. Pia exactly what happened, and Chad said that you know this right here is real life. Like, I'm not used to all these cameras. I'm not used to all of this stuff. Like, I want, basically, he had told her after the camera's over with. He told Belinda, after the camera's over with, I want to see what life gonna be like with you. Like, we can make this work. We can do this. But all of this right here is hard to really, I guess, see. So after it's over with, I definitely want to be. I guess, more vested. He feels more comfortable. Once the camera
I'm
stops.
like you. Who told this man to sign up for this show?
Yes.
You know, when you sign up for this show, you're gonna be filming for like 12, 13 weeks. I'm gonna get it, man.
Yeah, he also was. Belinda was saying also, he said something about production was trying to drive a wedge between Josh and Jalen and stuff like that or whatever. So I really and truly don't understand. It seems as though Chad feels is Belinda calling him a lie, and Belinda was like she don't believe him, and Dr. Peel was just like it's really different from both of y'all perspective. Y'all looking at it different, so it's just not. So she was like, hey, decision day coming up. So all these hates and stuff, y'all got to work it out. So Belinda also said our intimacy is not, there as well. And he was saying, as far because she was saying, I think he drinks or something to wind down.
He drinks some wine to wind down.
Yeah. And so she was like, and that, that's not him. He was like, well, you be sitting up there scrolling on your phone, and then plus there's a big dog right there.
Now that dog is big.
It's a
man.
big dog.
I can see you had a little small toy dog. You might can let that slide. This dog like a whole human, man.
It is.
And I think that dog. And some people can understand. A lot of people are pet people, but you got a lot of people that's not pet people. And and that's what I'm saying in this on this show. Me personally, I would ask people before they match them up, are you a pet person or not?
Right.
Because sometimes pets can break up a relationship.
I agree. Like, and then you have some people that love their pets, but they not sleeping in the bed with them.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
I get
saying?
that.
So I think that there should be okay, a respect level. If you don't like the dog sleeping in the bed, then we gonna have to make adjustments for that. And then because Chad said he done made sacrifices too by that dog sleeping in the bed. And he was like, sometimes he's sleeping on my legs, sometimes I can't sleep, I have to get up. She was like, well, you didn't communicate that to me. So,
And I think Chad didn't want to communicate that to her because she's so passionate about her dog. If he said something negative about the dog, it'll probably hurt her feelings. But sometimes, some guys will suck it up and ride with it, but it's always gonna be a breaking point.
So Chad, after the conversation, he was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, because I don't know if y'all saw this, if y'all watch, but Chad be looking like when them cameras, his eyes get glazy, like he about to cry, his neck turns red, his face turns, he looks very flushed.
And by him being a comeback vet, I don't know what he saw over there. A lot of people understand that PTSD, yeah. That's what I said right.
PSTD.
Okay, PSTD.
It's PTSD.
Okay, PTSD. Yeah, you don't know what he's dealing with mentally. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, to be personally honest with you, I think Belinda's scared of Chad. I think she's scared of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really think so. That's why she brought up, when Dr. Pierre did come sit down with him.
Who knocking? Somebody working on somebody.
Oh yeah, utility company out there,
Yeah.
like on the pole. I have a woodpecker out there.
Yeah. You think she's scared of him?
Yeah. That's why I think she said, I've been through my past, dealing with stuff like this, anal problems. Because she can see Chad got anger issues.
Yeah. And he
She
be
said that.
looking like,
Yeah.
y'all, he be what he be looking real, neck be red, face be flushed, like eyes be glazed. So now let's move on to Brittany Will. They on the boat. Go ahead, baby.
No, they on the boat. Basically, to paraphrase everything, Brittany messed it up. They were having a romantic time, and
Talking about love,
love and everything, and
what love means to
yeah.
you.
And basically, Will was telling her that he cared about her and basically loved her and whatnot. And she had a follow up question that threw everything off, man. I said, what's she searching for, man? Why? The man is basically pouring his heart out to you, it seemed like it wasn't good enough for her.
He didn't pull his heart out.
Oh, I mean, saying for him to say all that, that's a lot.
You know, like you said, he said love. He said that with the guys, love come in different
Yeah,
ways.
different levels, man.
And so she was like, well, basically, what is it like for you when you show love? You show love in this certain way. She said, for me, I show it in this certain way.
And that's fine.
And
That's
so
fine.
he was like, it just seems like no matter what I say, you can always discount what I say. And she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't try to do that. Did I discount it? I
Yes,
wasn't being manipulative, or I wasn't,
I
I
think
think
she
you
did.
was genuine, but I wasn't trying to discount it.
It's
And
like
that's the way he felt.
it's like he has to say things the way she wants him to say things, and that can be frustrating. And to me, that conversation on the boat gave him his decision.
And the next thing you got Derek and Meg, everybody doing something, but they going car shopping, and I guess they got to get bigger cars because they having a baby.
Yeah, I said, "Ooh, he talking about this Audi." I said, "He talking about the." I said, "I see you, Derek." But the cat, no, I think they look at a Cadillac, but I think they end up with like a GMC. And I said that's probably good, good reliable car, especially for that size and the kids you have.
Now, Megan got a nice house.
Oh yeah,
I hadn't seen. I don't know about y'all. Maybe they ain't show all that, but I ain't seen them back in that apartment
I noticed that too.
ever since she said she was pregnant.
Yeah, I think she probably said, "I'm pregnant. I need to be at home. I need to be around something I'm familiar with."
Yep, and yep, she been at that house, honey.
Mhm.
So yes, and to me, in my opinion, I don't think there's nothing wrong with going to folks living in the houses. I don't know. Back in the day, that's what they used to do. Before they used to actually, go to each other's house. I think, you know, uh, like Jeff did and what's her name, Shanice. They actually, went to. I think it was maybe Shanice's house or something like that or something. But y'all remind me, I guess, yeah, because they didn't go to no apartment. I know they was in each other's houses. But anyway, so now talking about Belinda and Chad. So Belinda and Chad, Dr. Pia actually no, Belinda goes to Chad house because she was like, they want to talk. So he apologized for his behavior this week, and he talks about, he was saying about the dog. They brought up the dog situation and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, because the dog barks all day. She's like, how do you know he barks all day? Like he don't bark all day, he or she. He was like, yeah, because when I walk up, he's barking. She was like, it's probably just because you're walking up. No, the dog is barking. So it just went left, honey. He was like, she was like, we ain't gotta talk about this no more. It's going left. She was like, I'm gonna go. He was like, okay, I think that's big. So it's like they got mad about the dog.
I told you that's why a pet person needs to be with a pet person because it can cause, if it can cause trouble, and you see it firsthand with this incident here.
So you got Rhonda, her stepdad did pass away, so she was telling her about that. And then you got Jalen and Josh. Jalen, Josh said, listen, I surrender, honey. You ain't got to do no Burning Man ever because in fact, as long as I'm spending time with you, it's okay.
Basically said he ain't going to Burn Man because she don't want to go. I said, man, don't change who you are for somebody. If you want to go to the Burning Man, go to the Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Burning Man. Okay, go to the Burning Man.
So you got Chad and Chad and Belinda, Dr. Pia, they flew her in and said, come on, you're going to have to come on because got issues, so we're going to have to fly you in. So they flew Dr. Pia in, and I noticed that they was all wearing a pinkish purple color, but anyway. So Dr. Pia was asking Chad, how did he handle stress? Because it looked like he was about to implode. And so he was like, he go to the range, he do different things or whatever. And so she was like, so
when he said the handling stress, he has to go to the range. To me, that's a red flag. I mean, he got to let off some fumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and so he was saying, so she said, so this is out of your environment. He was like, absolutely. So
heck to the yes is out of my environment. I'm not used to all these camels people telling me, man, I'm in the military. I got this 21-year-old intern telling me what to do. Can't do that.
So Belinda was just saying that she feels she's tired of walking on eggshells around him. And then she expressed that her ex-husband, you know, that was something that, she had to do her ex-husband. And her ex-husband,
It was real angry, had anger issues,
yeah,
and the kids saw it firsthand.
and so she was saying, so she had created a safe space for herself. So she didn't want nobody to come in there and say, and if you start acting up, you out. It's a no. It's you got to be gone. So now Dr. Pia wants them both to give each other grace. And because you have to understand that who you with now is not your past. So now let's move
But you
on.
see the red flags, you gotta
And that now
trust your intuition.
remind you, this man been married. This will be his fourth
Yeah,
marriage.
that's what I'm saying. You add all the pieces together. Fourth marriage. He easily to blow up. He easily to get frustrated. And you see, she said it herself. She walks around on eggshells already. So eh,
That's
mm-mm.
why that's why we were saying, when the shoe gonna drop, when the shoe gonna drop, because he can only do so much. So now Derek and Megan, they are what they doing? They are she was just saying she's a perfectionist. So they moving, they're gonna move into her house. They trying to get the baby room together,
Man, I
all that
thought
stuff,
the work
whatever.
there. Go ahead.
He was see, cut me out.
Oh,
See, he
I'm
was in
trying to
baby
get
mode.
some.
No, you can't make excuses. Just say you
If they
cut
were
me
doing a lot
out.
of work in the house, man, I wouldn't be doing all that work there, man. Hell, had them cutting grass and cutting trees down and moving Christmas trees out the garage. I want to do it.
And so he was saying, listen, I got to keep doing stuff because I don't want to have a dad bod. Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
See, Derek, how old is Derek? Derek, what? He 30. Man, I had your body when I was 38. Wait till you hit 50.
As soon as he met me,
And it's gonna explode. You know what I'm saying? So you can eat all the carrots and vegetables and all the stuff you want. You're gonna get big, my dog. You're
she
gonna
was
get big.
she was also saying too that, listen, just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean that we gonna stay together
Man,
necessarily. So she was like, hey, I'll be a baby mama if this don't work.
man, she gonna be no baby mama. Not in that family. No, man. Man, I ain't gonna have to stop the cap begging.
So it's finna get ready to go off. And so they're gonna air decision day and the reunion next week. But as they were showing us a little bit of, people, they all saying goodbye. They all saying, hey, we wait a minute, baby. I know you're anxious. Gee. So they all saying their goodbyes and they all saying, hey, I got to, they got to separate for decision day. It's always most of the time the men that leave and the women stay in the apartment. And so, Brittany was getting ready, got a makeup artist. She's getting ready, I guess, for decision day because this is decision day. And then she said she got a phone call from Will.
Will said, dee, 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 dee. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, Brittany. Yeah, baby, I love you. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I'm gonna say no on decision day. No, that's Brittany said no, just like him. No, and Will said, all right, I'll see you at decision day. I'm just letting you know so you can be prepared and let you know that I'm gonna say no.
But he said, yeah, and he was like, he saying no because
Whatever he does is not good enough for her.
he said, she always discounts his feelings and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, that was it.
Where's this AT&T Turbo?
All right, you guys. On that note, you were gonna go ahead and get out of here because Eddie got to go get his big head a haircut. So we will see you guys.
I'll
on
get
the
my
next.
finger waves back, y'all. And get my finger waves
I
back.
hope y'all saw that picture of him.
Yeah, y'all go, ooh, Pretty Eddie's back. Pretty Eddie was what they used to call me.
All right, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I'll put God first.
Deuces.
Hey!